Hi, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is a reading for the month of October at a glance. We're going to go over the weeks. Um, so to start this energy off, as a lot of you know, Mars is in Cancer pretty much throughout the month. And um, there may be a situation or maybe kind of just an overall theme where you may be challenged to like break past certain restrictions that have either kept you small or things that like limiting beliefs, especially when it comes to perhaps connections that are at a distance. Maybe we've thought that the distance was something that was too far, too great for us to either commit to or accomplish. There's something here where there may be kind of like reassessing the energy of situations or people from a distance, where maybe we can create some level of growth or expansion in that connection. Doesn't have to mean that you have to be back with a certain person, but it can mean that certain things expand, or perhaps the viewpoint or the view that we've had and the opinion that we've had of a situation has not changed. And so it kind of like keeps the situation in a box. And what we require here is us to be available to see change in that, or to allow other people to change and us to accept that change rather than keeping them in a box. Everything grows, everything changes, right? So here, your oracle energy for this month here, Scorpio, you have TikTok. TikTok, sorry. TikTok is about like divine timing, but also what is time? Time is this construct that we as people have created in this world, but like, is time true? Like, what is real and what is within the parameters of time? It's also kind of assessing like the urgency that we put upon matters that are based upon this so-called time, and it does exist. I mean, we are in this world of time and limitations, but here it's almost as if like we're kind of emerging and immersing ourselves with the reality of inertia and what inertia might actually bring into our lives. Inertia can be slow, it can be an interesting integration that happens over time, where things change and progress over time. Like if you go to the beach and you see a stone or a rock in the sand, in the sand, you pick it up and there's probably tons of little holes in it. That's kind of like inertia and time. It's, or maybe I'm getting this wrong, but it's like slowly time and water will eat holes into this thing. Everything changes. Even these strong, sturdy rocks that are, you know, hard and unbreakable to a point, like something as simple and as soft as water can wash over something so many times and erode it. It's like time actually changing things and transforming things. It's just us realizing the process and being present for the outcome, which is ever changing. All right, I sound loopy doopy here, so let's get into this. Yeah, for the first week here, Scorpio, you have the Queen of Pentacles here upright. And she is basically being, I almost said committed, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. This energy is interesting just because it's at the time of this particular reading right now is on October 2nd. And so tonight is actually a new moon, but also a solar eclipse in Libra. And so where this is going to affect your energy and your chart is mainly in the 12th house, which is that Piscean energy, but it's your past energy, the situations that you hold very close to yourself, secret situations, things that you were very private with. This can also affect situations of like old business or business that is unfinished or has not been directed towards in a while. And here it's almost as if like we have opportunities that may be showing up through this energy here, Scorpio. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel that this is your energy where you are in a position of personal power and also with the mindset of growth. And your growth is ever shifting, ever changing, and it accommodates everyone that is in your life. It's important though here where you can like look at situations, because the Queen of Pentacles, she holds up that pentacle to herself and she looks at it. It's what you focus your energy on that you create your outcomes. What you focus your energy on, you create the opportunities with. Okay, it's like harnessing your intention and your action towards one thing at a time. It's having patience, and it's building slowly. I feel with this energy, you're being offered different opportunities to re-explore goals, and take on different experiences, and it comes through your knowledge and your experience that you've gained up until now. Okay, perhaps you didn't have what you have now, the body of knowledge or your understanding or skill set, and you couldn't accommodate this, but now you have that opportunity, you have that to give of yourself, and you do so very freely. It's like you're well versed in it. And so I feel here, I would say, expect equal communications. It's like just as much as you can help somebody, somebody can help you. It's like a reciprocal exchange when it comes to matters of connections that can bring upon life and rejuvenate and regenerate certain situations that we may have put on the back burner or like forgotten about. Here it's like we now have like the fortitude and the understanding to perhaps harness and reestablish these situations. And with that Queen of Pentacles here, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of giving, there's a lot of equality and happiness here. This is knowing your strengths and working towards them, knowing that time, yes, it does affect us, but like you cannot grow and you cannot create a wealth of abundance and knowledge and innate understanding of a situation in an instant. It's through time, it's through absorption, it's through inertia, it is through the taking of the time to genuinely integrate and meld with that energy. And once you do, it becomes part of you. And I feel here that you are equal give and take with situations. And as much as you have opportunities being presented to you through other people, you also open up avenues for other people as well. It's a reciprocal situation. And you're doing well financially, or at least you're on the road to doing well financially. This could also be a new opportunity within jobs where it's like you have the ability to really make some solid headway when it comes to building your wealth. This can also be attaining new clientele as well, possibly through another channel. So it's like you have the support of another person, but also through them comes new business opportunities. In the second week, you have the Sun and the Lovers here. It's clarified by the Lovers. And it's interesting just because with this energy, I feel in the second week, you're going to have a lot happening for you. You're going to have a lot happening for you. And I feel here there's going to be communications. Again, it kind of like piggybacks off this energy. It's like, I feel like you're going to have a lot of communication through people, through opportunities, through situations where it's like you'll be given golden opportunities. And it may be through people who, have kind of been in the woodwork, perhaps, or they're not absolutely in your immediate periphery, but they're there. They are just underneath the surface layers, and they are able to help you. With this Sun and the Lovers here as well. If you are dealing with any relationship type matters, this is beautiful. It's beautiful just because it says, the sky's the limit when it comes to the love that you can feel for another person, the healing that you can bring to a situation, the activation of both partners. It's highly supported here with this energy. And again, relationships do not grow when they're rushed into. Time and taking the time and the perceived time within this relationship, should you be in one, is key to nurture. And so it feels here that in this second week energy here for you, Scorpio, I almost want to say like you have you have responsibilities to those who are in intimate positions within your life, is how I want to say it. And like the way that you uphold these connections is going to directly impact how you experience them in your future. And I know that seems like a no-brainer, but like sometimes we hold on to situations with people that are long overdue to be gone, or a current partnership or our connection in some way is like experiencing certain patterns that keep us stuck or keep us down. Here, through love of each other and through love of self, we need to be very mindful about how we associate ourselves with those types of repeat patterns here. You have a lot of breaking of patterns here as well as we move forward towards the end of the month. But this is about communicating here what you require when it comes to reestablishing connections, moving forward with connections in a more positive way, because now we have a better understanding of what we can do to solidify them or clean them up, in a certain way. But it's also the things that you require need to also be in alignment with what your partner requires. If you're not in that same space, things are off balance. So it's asking for you to focus your energy on that. If you're dealing with situations where it's like people constantly leave you to do all the work, or you find yourself in a pattern where it's like, by maintaining certain connections, it's like you actually don't allow yourself to step fully onto your path. It's here to change that. It's here to shift that energy. And it's a decision, and it's one that's made with love and self-perseverance, self-preserving yourself, okay? Into the third week here, Scorpio, you have the Nine of Swords with the Two of Swords here upright. The Nine of Swords is a harsher energy just because it can talk a lot about us being in our mind and very, very frustrated and anxiety ridden in our mind. Emotions are out of whack and running high. There's an energy here where we may also be holding that in with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords indicates an energy that is very restricted and not communicating. It's basically a period of thought here, right? And so this is over and over and over again thinking, but it's becoming like problematic. We're overindulging in like negative thinking. And it's like expecting the worst. And then when you expect the worst, you create this self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. So here, there's something that's going on in this third week where you're really holding back what you want to say, maybe because you don't know exactly how to say it, but it may very much involve somebody that you are connected to, okay? Possibly at a distance from. This may deal with how your union and your connection has been thus far, and the evaluation process of what it provides you and what you've given to it, and is it reciprocal. And I feel that is something where it's almost as if like you're dealing with the truth of that matter to a person, but also to yourself. It's like we've had to kind of like lie to ourselves a little bit to remain in a situation, or to see all of the potential positive avenues in something, when the truth of the matter is like a situation just isn't working, or a situation is keeping us small. It's like here we're like, okay, I need to be honest about that with myself. And so it's like you're having a sit down with you, but that also needs to transfer into an actual communication with somebody else. We don't want to hold that in. It's not about analysis paralysis. It's about actually communicating here and getting that off of our chest and our mind, because it's causing a lot of like disruption within our throat chakra, within speaking our truth, and with just being honest about what keeps us small, and the relationships that we allow to limit us, and where we remain subservient to people who don't deserve that type of energy because it wasn't reciprocal in the first place. We want good relationships, healthy relationships that are of equal give and take. Here, I feel that this is different. I mean, this feels more like career-based, and I feel in this month you're going to have a lot of career opportunities that are popping up everywhere, and you're going to have different channels being presented to you. It just seems like there's a lot of positivity in that regard, but when it almost comes down to like certain intimate connections, there's there's positivity, but there's also realizations. And for things to actually be real and to be smooth and to work in a cohesive and intentional way, we have to cut through the BS. We have to cut through the self-deception and just be very clear and honest with what our feelings are. So if this energy is like gearing you up towards communicating, allow it, let it. Considering you're right next to the sun and the lovers here, this is somebody that you've cared about very deeply. You got something big to tell them, and it's important that you do tell them. You find your bravery and you stand within your personal power and express yourself. In the fourth week here, Scorpio, you have the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of this is financial as well. The Three of Pentacles can talk about like business partnerships, creativity, people on the same creative path, you know, or people doing the same creative, working in the same job for a creative pursuit. This can also be like recognition for your work, you know, being a team player or something like that. This energy here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's saying you may be putting a lot into your efforts. You may be doing a lot that might be extra. And it's like you're kind of coming to the position where you're like, oh, I can't keep giving extra. Like I can, and I have, and sometimes it's easy, but is that fair to me? I feel like you guys are having like realizations of fairness throughout this month. And it's really kind of putting you in check to yourself and realizing, oh, okay, maybe I was a little bit like, it's like over accommodating because it's easy, because Scorpio can, because Scorpio knows how to do things with a lot of effortless, you know, energy. You guys just really know how to accomplish a lot of things. And I feel that that sometimes can actually be a little bit of a downfall, especially when we're dealing with people who recognize how like apt and how accomplished you can be, and they just allow you to do it because you make it easy. You know, oh, I wouldn't want to like do it other way. Scorpio knows the best. Well, of course Scorpio does because Scorpio's doing it, you know, but like that also doesn't give them the right to take advantage of that. And then like in once Mercury in this month gets out of Libra, it's going to go right into your sign. And so this is like an acceleration of opportunities through jobs, through projects and situations in your life. You know, maybe things that have like kind of taken a back seat can now be brought to the forefront here. I feel that there's going to be, it's like when you stop giving, that's when people start giving. It's kind of weird in this fourth week of the month, but it's like when you pull your energy back and you stop catering, you stop overgiving, that's when people show up. That's when people are like, oh, well, you know, oh, I can do that little extra bit of work, or I can make it a little easier. And maybe it's through guilt, maybe it's through whatever, but I feel for you on your end, it's through a very deep desire to actually be fair to yourself, you know. And for this energy, this is all mental, it's all frustrated, it's like really assessing your place and your position in life and how much you give and what's taken from you, and like situations that are just kind of looming that don't ever feel like they get better. That stuff's being addressed and assessed, and you're having clarity in all of it here, Scorpio. Our whole intention here now is to deal solely with people that are of equal footing. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this reading is helpful. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and contact me if you want a personal reading. I love you. Take care. Bye.